Cheers everybody, have a good weekend. Something nice about sitting with a warm cup of coffee in the mornings in the cold weather that we're having right now. It's nice just to be mindful of little pleasures, you know. So, this morning's reading 6.6, pretty good. In fact, is it going to stay on long enough to show you? Yeah. So that's how that went today, which is good because when I took my measurements last night, it was 12.3. So I had pasta, I had whole wheat pasta with mange tout, mangy touts as we call them. And I was quite pleased because I'd found a jar of sauce in the cupboard because I'd just made pasta and I was like, this is going to be a bit bland. So I found a jar of mascarpone and tomato sauce in the cupboard. I was like, yes. So I started mixing it and then I was like, wait a minute, isn't mascarpone cheese? Of course it is. So I managed to rescue some unsauced pasta from the bottom of the pot. And I had a little bit on it, but for the most part, unsauced. So I had that with just the mange tout, and it wasn't that good, to be honest. I mean, it felt like I was just eating fuel because I was hungry. It wasn't like delightful. So I think what's going to have to happen is I have to start looking at some menus and doing a bit more planning and preparation, because I think without that it's going to be too hard to keep this going and to keep it interesting and make the food tasty enough that I'm excited to eat it. So it's the weekend. I think I'll do that over the weekend. Although having said that, I'm thinking of going to Glasgow tomorrow to film the Christmas market for my Serenity channel. And today, I could do it today. So maybe that's the plan. I also did skip out on a metformin on purpose yesterday just to see what would happen. So I have a metformin in the morning when I get up, 500 milligrams. I have one at lunchtime and I have one at dinner time. And that's only a reasonably recent thing. It used to be 2 up until about 6 months ago when they then prescribed the middle one. And now also I'm on the glycoside, which I have with my breakfast about 11, 12 o'clock. So yeah, lunchtime was 8.9. So I don't know, maybe I'll just stick with the meds while I'm figuring out what works diet-wise and what doesn't. I'm carrying on with all the research. I listened to a couple of Rich Roll podcast episodes yesterday. I was actually getting to the point where I'd kind of had enough. You know, I've been listening to these episodes for over a week now. I've probably got about 5 left, I think, before I catch up to present day episodes. And yeah, I was in the kitchen, I was listening to one and I was like, I don't know, I just had enough. So I put on an audiobook. I found A Christmas Carol read by Hugh Grant, which was quite nice. But the other thing I did yesterday was I went to the chemist to get this. Yeah, I'm going to start monitoring that because at my last checkup my blood pressure was high, and because I want to see what the diet is doing to my blood pressure and the exercise, because I have been getting out most days as well, getting myself into the aerobic threshold going up the hill of beans, which is good. So yeah, is that a week now? It'll be a week on Monday, so I'm on day 6 today of eating a whole foods plant-based diet, and it's going alright. I'm feeling good, sleeping well, exercising. I've had a couple of dips in mood through the week because of the car not starting and stuff like that, and I didn't turn to self-soothing with food, which is a really good thing. So I'm pleased about that. And my levels in the mornings are what they should be, which is amazing. So one more day today, one day at a time, that's how I'm thinking about it, because already I just got invited to a dinner over Christmas with my school pals, going to the Taj in Prestwick, which is an institution, Indian restaurant, Prestwick. And already I'm thinking, oh, how am I going to deal with that? You know, projection, etc. Keep it in the day, Camps. Keep it in the day.